fat motherfucker here. Memphis police identified the sixth officer as Preston Hemphill. So we talked about Tyre Nichols, who was beat by a bunch of niggas, and people say because they niggas ain't white supremacy, y'all fucking stupid. You know what I'm saying? Niggas do. There's a lot of niggas out there who have sold they soul for white supremacy a long time ago. So at ease on that shit. But we here at the Brothers Breaking Bread podcast and sisters did not miss out on the fact that we saw white people in that video.
Oh, yes, we did.
But all we heard about was 5 niggas. But now we hearing about this cat, and I get it. They trying to get him a little bail and say, well, he was there for the first part where he got tased. But if you look at the video in the other part where he was getting real fucked up, this white man wasn't there. But this white man who wants to be a police officer never once stopped this unlawful, unconstitutional ass kicking this man got, which led to his death. So let's go into the news article here.
Makes him an accomplice.
It does too. Yeah, it does.
I mean, it does. Yeah.
Because if I go into a store and shoot somebody behind the counter, and Brother Joe and 10 meters are in the car, we all going to jail, nigga.
Yep. Oh,
yeah.
Y'all will be accomplices after the fact.
Yep.
And we might even get the same time.
Y'all might.
And we not even sworn to protect and serve.
And we not even sworn to protect or to serve shit.
So, fuck this nigga. I know you about to read this story, but I had heard rumors, and I don't know if the rumors are substantiated. Did anybody hear that Tyre Nichols was connected to one of the officers?
Yes.
That I did.
I heard that too.
I heard it
around,
and I saw a video.
Video saying what?
His
like they are friends or something?
No.
They were dating the same woman or something?
Yeah.
His girlfriend is the ex-wife of one of the officers.
Or one of the officers, yeah.
That's what I've been hearing. But
that's the rumor.
But it hasn't been like that's why I didn't bring it on the show, because it's like one of those things that has not been
substantiated,
verified. Right. So, yes, sir. That too. So, but yes, like there's been numerous people on Twitter who have been saying that. First, it was like he was like they were friends, and then there was some shit where like they couldn't verify if her and the officer were still married or separated. But the basic story was yes, that his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend or friend was the ex-wife or separated wife of one of the police officers.
So we don't know. Okay.
Mm-hmm. But it's definitely out there. But you kind of want. I mean, like you don't want that story, but you kind of want that story because it's like that makes it make sense. Like this violence that this man received from the hands of other black men for no reason besides even if he was driving reckless, which even the police chief says he wasn't, for no reason. It's like, nigga, what are we doing?
Yeah, it would bring some sort of sense to the senseless violence there from the people who are again sworn to protect and serve.
Yes, sir. And it's not justified. We wouldn't agree with it, but it would make like, oh, okay, nigga, you that level of jealous, okay, and you got niggas that fuck with you who would do that.
Will help you.
I don't see it, because if it's one of my niggas, I'd be like, hey, is she really worth it? You know what I'm saying?
That seems like it lends a lot to like the storyline or the theory where they always say that, you know, a lot of police officers were people who didn't feel like they had power or were picked on or were treated unfair, and so they got that power and they abuse it.
Yeah.
Right, but
like
it does.
Go ahead, my bad.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah, it does back that story up that you know, you become an officer because you were powerless in school. You didn't stand up for yourself.
Right, but it's that thing where we got to be careful. I'm not we. I have to be careful, because am I trying to find a story to make it make sense? Because it's like, to me, it's like If that's the case, of course they would know where this nigga would be at. If he down the street from his mama's house, that makes it make sense. Like, we know where you at, we know what you do, and we snatched your ass up, nigga. Because but then once again, it's like, do I just want that because I want the madness and the violence to make sense?
Yeah, it's kind of like a double-edged sword. You don't want it because you don't want that to be a reason for
at all, ever.
Yeah. You don't want that to be a reason for the violence. At the same time, it'll make sense because at least he had a reason why he did what he did, even though it was a stupid reason. It was unjustified, but yet it kind of like validates, what he did, what the crime was.
Yeah, because to me it's like it can't just be niggas out here rolling around with badges fucking niggas up.
Well, I mean,
but it could be that though.
But I'm saying, but to me, if it's that's just nigga, we Mad Max levels already.
Yeah.
But I think something.
I think it probably is like that because. Oh, go ahead, AC.
My bad.
I was just gonna say, I think it's some things just don't make sense, and I think we'll drive ourselves crazy trying to make it make sense because some things just don't make sense. That's why certain shit is just fucked up because it doesn't make any sense.
You're right.
So I think you could drive yourself fucking crazy trying to make it make sense. Because none of it makes sense.
No, it
like
don't.
Nothing that happened to that guy, that young man, I won't say kid, nothing that happened to that young man was reasonable. So no matter what logic or reason you put behind it, it doesn't make sense.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it never will. But I mean, trying to make it make sense, you're trying to find the humanity. You're trying to find an ounce of decency out there in the world, and that gives hope. But sometimes it's just fucked up.
Yeah. So like, if they had an ounce of decency after they did what they did, they would at least. An ounce of decency means I beat your ass, but hey, like when you got a whooping from your grandma when you was a kid. I don't know if this happened to y'all. She beat my ass, but then she put alcohol on my wounds.
An ounce of decency would have been letting them two men square up if that was the case. An ounce of decency would have been like, but that group think mentality that we're going to overcome and overwhelm this person to exert our force. I mean, it just shows that given an opportunity, people will tap into their darkest selves and then leave people like us to try to make stories make sense. Because even if he is boinking old boy's ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or whatever, that does not warrant what he received.
Right. And that's why I'm saying this one piece of thing that doesn't make sense is that if they had that 1% of decency that we all are talking about, they would at least seen to get the man some kind of medical attention. That 1%. Yeah, you beat the shit out of him, but damn, I'm not inhumane. I don't want him to die. Let me find out if he's okay. This man has fell over 4 different times sitting here. Let me at least see if he's okay. Let me get some medicine.
But hold on, AC.